Press Freedom Day was established by the United Nations General Assembly in 1993 following a recommendation from UNESCO's General Conference to raise awareness about the importance of press freedom and to remind governments of their duty to uphold the right to freedom of expression. When journalists are free to report on the activities of governments, businesses, and others without fear, they can serve as a check on abuses of power, corruption, and wrongdoings of the government. When the governments restrict press freedom, they violate international law, as press freedom is a fundamental right. Over 363 reporters were put behind bars around the world, and according to the same civil liberties group, 67 journalists and media workers were killed. Here are a few veteran journalists sharing their views on World Press Freedom Day.
Freedom of press is the right to have and air opinions about any issue, choose any information and publish them in any medium for public consumption. Press freedom is a must for the protection of human rights and progress of justice in any society and country.
On the occasion of Press Freedom Day, I'd like to say that for all of us practicing journalists, press freedom is a sine qua non. We cannot do journalism unless we can have full freedom to publish the truth, to speak the truth, and therefore we have to guard this freedom of expression.
So today we commemorate the Press Freedom Day. We should remember that as journalists, we should abide by the Constitution of India and we should not hit at anybody below the belt.
Greetings and congratulations to all my fellow journalists on this World Press Freedom Day. It is our bounden duty to ensure that the freedom of expression guaranteed by the Constitution is zealously guarded not only for us in the profession but also for our readers, viewers and listeners.
Without freedom of press, there cannot exist a democratic society or nation. Wherever the freedom of press is suppressed, and journalists and writers are censored by threats or bribes, that society or country is progressing towards dictatorship. Article 19 protects the freedom of expression from where the right to press freedom is derived. It has to be protected at all costs.
We are seeing that around the South Asian countries, there's a lot of unfreedom today for media practitioners. I think we need to build solidarities across continents, across countries, so that we can safeguard press freedom. It is very, very important for us if our democracies are to survive.
Of course, we have got the freedom of expression, freedom of writing, but it doesn't mean we should hurt a third party. Otherwise, there will be trouble and chaos and beyond our control. Therefore, we should be governed by the ethics and principles of the press.
The freedom of expression is what defines a person. It's what defines democracy in its essence. So, we must not only uphold our own right to freedom of expression, but also the right of our colleagues and the people in general around us. Because to speak up is to take part in active democracy. Thanks and best wishes once again.
This should be the watchdog of the country, of the society, and see that the people get their rights and privileges without encroaching upon beyond the boundaries of ethics.
All in all, we can conclude by saying that press freedom is directly linked to transparency and accountability.
For more news updates, subscribe, like and share.